Hello everyone, I'm the Canadian Gaming Penguin. I'm excited to say that an excellent seasonal event has returned to Final Fantasy XIV, the Hatching Tide seasonal event. The event began today, Wednesday, April 14th, 2021, and will continue until Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. Note the time zones. To begin the event, head over to Old Gridania and speak with Julie Alipo, whose name I will continue to butcher, in the Amphitheater. Note, you will be required to have at least one Disciple of War or Magic class at level 15. If you're not able to access Gridania yet, you will need to get to the point of the main scenario quest where you are the envoy for whichever city-state you started the game in. So if you started in Ul'dah, you'll be the Ul'dah envoy, or if you started in Limsa Lominsa, you'll be the Lominsan envoy. This main scenario quest is a level 15 quest. This year's Hatching Tide event will have a few new excellent rewards, one of which is a chicken costume. Exciting! Along with the chicken costume, there are 2 tabletop housing items, Hatching Tide confections, and Archon egg pouch. I will show each of these rewards towards the end of the video. For more information about the event, you can check out the special site for the event on the Final Fantasy XIV Lodestone, and I will have a link to that special site in the description below. And as per usual, I will now be playing through the event, so without further ado, let's get this excellent seasonal event started! Yes, I had to at least throw one more egg pun in. Okay, I'll stop. Julie Alipo. Foul demands. Julie Alipo greets you with anxious enthusiasm. Come one, come all, for the season of Hatching Tide is here once more. Oh, Kikero, how delightful to see you again. I must say, the prophetic dream I had this year was even more fantastical than usual. I was assailed with images of rabbits and chickens who worked together paw and claw to construct a wondrous backdrop for a festival. Always before, when we made efforts to recreate my visions, the fates rewarded us with some special occurrence. And already it has begun. No sooner had I donned my bunny costume than a chicken-suited poultry farmer arrived in town with a flock of feathery charges and offered to lend his assistance, just as I foresaw. There has, however, been one tiny bump in the road. You don't happen to have a few moments to spare, do you? I'm always up for an expedition. Or how many moments exactly? I'm always up for an expedition. Oh, it's just a simple errand, really. I promise not to take up too much of your time. It's just that my good friend Nonata went to collect eggs from the poultry farmer and, well, she should have returned by now. I'm certain it's nothing serious, but I would be ever so grateful if you could pay a visit to the Great Lone Grovery and see what's keeping her. And with that, we need to head off to the Botanist Guild area, which is in this direction. Wait, what? There's a... Sorry, distraction. I didn't even know there was a minion. Destination. This is truly exasperating. Kikero, it's me, Nonata. How might I be of service? Well, you've been gone a while. Julie was worried, you say? Right, I should probably explain. But before we delve into that, I should introduce you to Master Paulin. Greetings! Yes, I am responsible for the little darlings. We heard word of this delightful, eccentric festival taking place in Gridania, and simply had to be a part of it. By little darlings he means the chickens, and they seem to be a touch out of sorts at the moment. The idea was to have them on hand to lay fresh eggs for us, and I've been trying to help soothe a whole barn full of ruffled feathers. Apparently in a getup. But even wearing the costume didn't stop me from being battered by charging chickens or spattered with fresh droppings. Honestly, I'm not sure what was injured more, my body or my pride. The poor dears are simply not used to travel. Please don't think less of them, if they act a bit rambunctious. Oh, God! My precious sweetling, no! Kikoro, if you planned on being heroic today, now is the time! Wait, what? I guess I'll give it a try. Hi, little chickie. Baka? As you stare into the eye of the feathered fiend, you feel a brief connection being made. Hand over the fancy feed and I'll give you the eggs you need, thus spake those black, soulless eyes. At least you think that's what they said. How did you do that? I thought it was preparing to go on a rampage. Apparently Yuki decides to bug me right now. That's one of my cats. You think the little darlings want their fancy feed? They have fancy feed? Well, I do... I forgot to minimize my chat. Distractions. Well, I do have a special mix I developed with the help of a professional Bismarck culinarian for extra special occasions, and I suppose this qualifies. It's dreadfully expensive even in small amounts, but how could I withhold a treat from my beloved beauties? I don't know, how could you? I think I have enough fancy feed for everyone. Come, Nonata, the ladies await their feast. Right! Hatching Tide must go on! I hear a gulp in there somewhere. Now, my little girlies, you needn't be so— ow! Such a feisty welcome! If we could just— ow, ow, ow! Not the fingers! Please, we're just trying to— oof! Oh no! The feed's gone everywhere! Did you guys have fun? Phew, that seems to cheer them up immensely. I suspect we'll have some eggs to collect in rather short order. Cheer them up? They've worked themselves into an absolute frenzy! What? Perhaps our adventurous friend here would like to try her hand at egg collecting. I'll even give you one of my spare work suits to wear. What a wonderful opportunity for you. Sort out your gear, say your prayers, and we can have you filling a basket with eggs in no time. Just say the word. Do I have a choice? Foul demands, and here we get our chicken head and our chicken suit. And this is the chicken suit. And that's the chicken head with the bunny costume on. It's kind of amusing. And that ends the first quest. Pollen. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Nonata. A poultry sum. Nonata is in need of your excellent excellence. Are you ready to brave the poultry gauntlet? I'm sure you have a preferred adventuring wardrobe, but if you wouldn't mind, I think you should wear the costume while you work. To business then. The entrance to the chicken enclosure is locked up tight. Just give the nod to Master Pollen and he'll let you in. We're counting on you, Kikoro. I guess I'll change out of my bunny costume and put on the chicken costume. Ta-da! Pollen. Righty then, into the chicken run you go. The fate, an existential threat, can only be completed as a disciple of war or magic. Enter the Dreamer's Run and make sure it's a level 15 one. As you can see, we're now waiting here. And there are other people here as well. And you'll have these NPCs gathering stuff. You'll also see them standing on the sides once the fate starts. So we will just be waiting here for the fate to begin. And there's the fate beginning by speaking with the hatching tide help master. So you basically have to time... Oops. Well, firstly you need to level sync. And then you need to time it to avoid the AoEs, and if you do get hit by the AoEs, don't worry too much. All you're going to do is get the debuff heavy, as you'll see right now. And obviously you have to avoid the AoEs enough so that you can actually collect stuff. Now, the first time I did this, and actually it's the only time that I did this, I collected 12 of the freshly laid eggs. I expect you only need to get 5, probably. Maybe 10 to be on the safe side. I don't expect it to be too many because there's so many people that are going to be doing the event itself. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and collect as many as I can. Well, that was 13, and the event quest is now completed, and I'm just gonna quickly run over here. And you can see these guys right here, as I hit the wrong buttons here. Ta-da! And you'll see that we got a gold contribution there with 10 Archon egg thingies. The Archon egg thingies will be able to be exchanged for rewards. In order to get one of everything, you will need 21 Archon eggs in total, which means you need to do 3 fates with the gold contribution. And again, I think it's probably going to be around 5. Otherwise, 2 of the rewards will be the chicken costume itself, so if you want additional ones, obviously you're going to want to do more fates. Otherwise, you will need 11 of the Archon eggs, so you will be able to see that in your inventory. If I open up my inventory here, yes, my inventory is kind of cluttered with event stuff. Anyways, so you need 11 special Archon eggs to get one of each of everything that isn't the chicken costume itself. So that is effectively 2 fates. You'd be lucky if you almost got it in 1, but yeah, we're not that lucky. Anyway, so exiting this area, and that was not an intentional egg pun. No nada. Kikuro, your egg collecting skills are unparalleled. I don't know how to thank you. Truly, this was a masterful display. I am, however, somewhat concerned that my bellicose beauties may harm themselves in their excited state. If you would be so kind as to make the delivery, I should like to remain here and keep an eye on the chicken run. Certainly. I imagine poor Jilly must be frantic. Let us convey this precious cargo back to the amphitheater straight away. Ergo, we'll go to the amphitheater. If we go the right direction first. No, nada. If I'm to be wearing this costume for the duration of the festivities, I think a quick wash is in order. Especially since you were attacked by chickens. Jilly Alapo. Welcome back, Kikuro. I hear the excellent... excellent. Oh, I hear the egg collecting was not quite so simple an errand as we'd imagined. It was an experience, that's for sure. I've seen the 7th hell, and it was full of chickens. You have no idea how tempted I am to actually select that one just to see the responses, but we'll stick with the positive for now. It's definitely an experience. You're an example to us all. Nunata and I are most fortunate to have your assistance. With your hard-won bounty in hand, we can now proceed to the important task of baking cookies and painting eggs for the children. I am loath to impose upon you so soon after the harrowing ordeal, but I wonder if I might ask you another favor. Simply put, I need you to hand out tokens of gratitude to our tireless helpers, who will soon return from setting up all the hatching tide decorations. Such a duty should fall upon me, of course, but this soiled suit requires an immediate and thorough scrubbing. Leave it to me. Wonderful! Come to the front of the amphitheater and I'll have the gifts laid out for you in just a moment. Julie Alapo. Please convey my regards to our most appreciated assistants. No, Nata. Here are the gifts I mentioned. I put together 3 different sets, but you can hand out whichever seems appropriate. Begin distributing the gifts. Thank you again. I'm sure your choices will be perfect. Meanwhile, I shall see to cleansing the filth from my costume. Once you've finished with the presents, you can report directly to Jilly. Greetings. We have come to report the completion of our part in the decorations. 'Tis a joyful duty to assist with the hatching tide adornments, knowing that every inhabitant of Gridania might enjoy the festivities. I hope you too will take a moment to join in this rare chance for revelry. Maybe. So, if you hadn't figured it out yet by the weapon choice here of this individual bunny, and the weapon choice of this, spear chicken, this is Connie Senna. And that's her bodyguard person thingy whose name I don't actually remember. Anyway, in charge of rewarding festival helpers, you say? I've not done aught so grand as to merit a reward, but in the spirit of the occasion I shall humbly accept your gift. So we have 3 options here. I'm going to be going with the rabbit and chicken stuffed toys for every single one of these people that we're going to give gifts to, because they give different responses for each different thing that you give them. So I'm going to be doing a repeat of all of these things in a separate video so you can see all the different responses that they would give for each of these things. Or you could go with choosing what you think is most rewarding to those people themselves. So I obviously did that first, and then I figured it was probably going to be a repeatable quest. It is kind of without the additional things of rewards. It's basically just the dialogue that is different. So anyway, we're going to go with the rabbit, chicken, and stuffed toys because it's also a very fun reaction to this one too. My, what charming little toys! If you'll take the rabbit, then I shall claim this adorable chicken. A gift from you? I shall treasure it always. Such a lovely surprise. Now you will pray excuse us. Ha! Why am I not surprised to see you here? We had a guild meeting scheduled, but you know how adventurers are. We just had to get involved in the celebrations. And seeing how the Dreamers always do such a nice job of decorating, I figured this was the perfect chance for me to return the favor. Hey, passing out presents to us laborers, are ya? Far be it from me to refuse a gift given freely. So, those 3 there are your 3 Adventurers Guild leaders. So, the Lollapel there is Momody. The tallest bunny, aka the tall bunny, is Mother Mione, and the other chicken, the tall one, is Batterin, from obviously Limsa Lominsa. And we are going to give them, in fact, a rabbit and chicken stuffed toy as well, as I mentioned before. So there's Momody, or a languid chicken. Oh, these are just darling, ain't they? No, not exactly match for the quicksand's decor, though, so I might need to keep them in my room. We'd be best off and leave you to your business then. Do come visit us, the Canopy, when duty permits. Bye-bye. I don't know if my sense for decoration is all that appealing, but I seem to have made a feathered friend. She must be from the flock belonging to Master Paulin. Watching the struggles from afar, I had comes to the conclusion that chickens are troublesome creatures, yet these ones seem docile enough. So far, she has been content to follow me around as I put the finishing touches on my adornments. Is it my costume, I wonder? So apparently, and I've only literally just discovered this, the third NPC that is going to appear will depend on, I guess, either randomness or what you have unlocked. On my main character that I was doing the event just previously, it was actually Kurenai and Sanana from the Ruby Sea. She is a collectible, a custom delivery person and her kind of assistant person. Obviously, if you haven't unlocked that part or you don't have Stormblood, you haven't actually met them yet. This is the first, and I tried it twice, so I assumed it was the same thing. Obviously not. So here we have, obviously based on the axe, likely the guildmaster for the botany. So I guess I have some testing to do to make sure that it's not just other things as well. But that said, who knows? A gift from me? I feel somewhat guilty accepting a reward for an activity I so thoroughly enjoyed. But if you insist, we'll give you the rapid chicken stuffed toys. These toys are certainly soft and pleasant to hold, yet I cannot help but wonder what kind of plant fiber was used in their construction. Curse of the professional botanist, I'm afraid. Yep, that tells me that she's the guildmaster right there. Now I think it's time I return this wayward hen to her owner. Fare you well. Bye-bye. Well then. And with that completed, we need to speak with Giulietta Poe again, but before that we will speak to Nonata here. Thank you for taking care of that little task. I was finally able to take a scrubbing brush to my outfit. Oh, and please do tell Jilly all her helpers have been rewarded. Jilly. Alapo. Kikaro, my thanks for your assistance. Our little tokens were well received, I hope. Yep. I'm glad to hear it. Why is there a sylph there? And a Moogle? Moogles? And sylphs? Once my tasks were completed, I found myself veritably surrounded by sylphs and Moogles. I suppose the hustle and bustle of the festival must have piqued their curiosity. The Moogles seem particularly focused on wheedling cookie after cookie out of me. We shall have to call upon Master Paulin for more eggs so I can make another batch. But putting these trifling troubles and setbacks aside, our rabbits and chickens have done a fabulous job with the hatching tide decorations. The event is a huge success, and after all you've done to contribute, you deserve to head out and enjoy it. Woohoo! So that completes the poultry sum. Or a poultry sum. Speak with Nonata if you wish to replay the gift-giving task from the quest A Poultry Sum. You can also repeat the fate and existential threat by speaking with Paulin at the Great Loam Growery. And now that the event is completed, you'll also see the Moogles and the Sylphs around as well. A foul temper. So you can see the Moogles here. Save for me, Kupo! The cookie's mine, Kupo! Teehee! These eggs are perfect for hiding in. Burp. Excuse me, Kupo. The walking ones have such exciting festivals. Such a heavenly smell, Kupo. Keep these cookies coming, Kupo. This one loves to frolic and play. Anyways, so speaking with Lunata again. Ah, Kikuro, what excellent timing. I was handing out another pile of gifts to our helpers, and I'm in dire need of a tea break. Would you be so kind? You can now replay the gift-giving task for the quest, A Poultry Sum. We're not actually going to do that, and speaking with Jilly again. Hatching Tide cookies are disappearing as fast as I can make them. I swear those tiny moogles are devouring more than their body weight in baked goods. I must say, however, it is immensely gratifying to watch them enjoy my treats. I hope I should consider a career change to Sweet Shop Culinarian. Maybe. Anyways, now we can speak to the Egg Advocate here, who will now be able to exchange the special Archon eggs. And you can see the chicken head is for 5 Archon eggs, chicken suit also 5, the Archon egg pouch and hatching tide confections also 5, and the magic prism hatching tide, which is available every year. As you can see, I already have 10 of them, so I don't have to worry about those. So we're going to go ahead and get one of each of these, and then head into the apartment that my character has? I don't think my character has a house. As it turns out, I forgot which Lullafell account I was on. That one never had an apartment in the first place, so it wasn't that I didn't have one. Well, lost one, rather. I don't have one, but I didn't literally have one at all. Anyway, so we have the 2 items here. This is obviously the Hatching Tide Confections plate. It looks like we have these Spriggans with waffles and something. I'm just going to hop up here after in a second, and then obviously this is the Archon egg pouch. We're just gonna hop up onto the stage here and get an overview look of the waffles here. So we have little cookies, Spriggan and waffle looking cookies, and my brain is blanking. I don't know what those are called. What are the little black magey thingy things? Anyway, so here we have the Archon egg. Don't mind my other stuff. Pouch thing. Obviously this is a belt and yeah. Anyway, so that is the housing items. And of course we have the chicken costume as well. So this is what it looks like with the a human character as well, and of course it's a giant thing. I'm very tempted to put it with my culinarian and just to have the frying pan so I can actually, yeah, I'm my ninja right now, but it would have the frying pan to be able to whack people over the heads. You know what, I'm gonna do that just because I thought of it. Haha, there you go. Yep, I'm totally ready for business with my little tiny frying pan. Anyways, that is it for this event. I will, as I said, go through the repeatable kind of quest thing to see if there is other characters that appear. Obviously, we saw the botanist one, and if you have unlocked the custom delivery for Kurenai and, well, Kurenai, you'll see Kurenai and Sanana, whatever her name is, with that, and you'll see the dialogue with them as well. Obviously, the remaining, the first 3 and the first one are the same no matter what. It's possible that the second one might be different for those who haven't actually completed the main scenario quest, the whatever envoy, depending on your city state. I will look into that as well. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this excellent seasonal event. Yes, I had to throw another egg pun in there. Anyways, if you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button. Please also consider hitting the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video. Anyways, that is it for this one. Thanks for watching.